Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale Hyundai, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop into Dinsdale Hyundai today.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe, it's the Roe you know.
This broadcast is brought to you by Platte Valley Auto. With our vast selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and custom service, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership. And by Nutrien. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
When you're looking for reliability, innovation, and performance, look no further than Woodhouse Ford. From the powerful F-150 to the versatile Escape and the spacious Expedition, Ford offers a lineup designed to meet your needs and exceed your expectations. Take advantage of exciting offers going on now. Browse our inventory online or in-store at one of our 3 convenient locations in Blair, Omaha, and Plattsmouth.
This broadcast is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports. NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by University of Nebraska at Kearney. Experience the power of the herd at UNK. For more information, visit unk.edu. Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. And by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Health and Sports Center here on the campus of the University of Nebraska-Kearney for this presentation of college sports on News Channel Nebraska. I'm Michael Shively. Andy Klassen is with me. We're excited. We had a competitive girls game. This men's game, we expect something similar. UNK hosting Missouri Southern. One team with 10 wins, one with 11. Right. They're really hungry to get a W late in the regular season.
You're exactly right. A couple on paper evenly matched teams, and I think it's going to come down to, will UNK allow the Lions to come here and set the pace? Who gets to dictate the pace of play? I think is going to come out of here with a victory.
UNK, just 10 wins, but they're 8-8 in conference. They're under first-year head coach Marty Levinson. It took a while for them to get the flow of things with almost an entirely new team. Right. Only one player was on the roster last year, and he redshirted. So it's entirely new, but they've really figured it out, winners of 3 of their last 4.
A lot of new faces, but also some heartbreak early on. Lost a slew of games, the first 4 games by 1, 2, or 3 points. So, yeah, there's some growing pains there. You thought there would be, but it feels like the second half of the season, the Lopers may have found something.
Well, Marty Levinson is that new head coach. He's a Loper alum. He's a Grand Island native, and he wants to build this thing on toughness and defense. Right. Well, they don't mind scoring either. They put up 93 in this building on Thursday.
Yeah, that's been a thing, kind of a theme for UNK over the years. They got shooters, and they got plenty of shooters. I also like to see some of that in-state talent that's up and down on the roster that can fill some of those shooting voids that maybe they missed out on the past couple seasons.
Certainly a point of emphasis under Marty Levinson. Get those in-state guys. They got them by the transfer portal this year, but we'll introduce you to several players you may recognize from our high school coverage at the state tournament. But before that, we'll get to your key players. That comes up after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good To Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good To Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good To Go post-game snacks.
Talking key players ahead of the Lopers and the Lions. For Missouri Southern State, their top scorer on the season, Martin Macinas.
Martin Macinas, M-squared, right? You know what I like about him? Yes, he's a shooting guard, and he can go up, averages 15 points per game, but he does so many other things. Over 100 assists on the season, averaged about 5 per game. Great court vision.
A guy that's really come on of late for Nebraska Kearney, Alan Taylor, is our key player.
He, too, averages 15 points a game. Thursday night had 29, so you know he can light the scoreboard up, but he doesn't just sit around the perimeter and look for that spot-up shot. 52 assists, 51 steals, so he involves himself in all facets of the game.
Really excited for this one. We'll see lots of athleticism on the court between UNK and Missouri Southern. It comes your way next on News Channel Nebraska.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good To Go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale Hyundai, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop into Dinsdale Hyundai today.
When your plumbing needs attention, trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
We're building up towards tip-off between UNK and Missouri Southern. I'm Michael Shifley. Andy Klassen is with me. Glad you're joining us for this Division II college basketball showdown. It's UNK 10-14, 8-8 in conference, and Missouri Southern 11-14 and 6-10. Let's talk about these schools a little bit more. Your school spotlight is brought to you by Currency. Currency, do you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com today. There it is, Joplin, Missouri, a bigger community, more like Grand Island size. They're in southwest Missouri. It's a little bit smaller school than UNK, but they're bringing a competitive group out here to Kearney this afternoon. One of the longer trips in the MIAA, which just got a little bit longer with the addition of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith for the first time this year. That would now be the farthest, but Joplin among the top 4 longest trips that you can make to Kearney. There it is, UNK here in a town of about 35,000, about 6,000 students. Really nice campus and excellent athletic facilities, including the Health and Sports Center right here and Buckle Courts.
So many upgrades over recent years, adding the media center, the scoreboard here in the basketball arena, but then also the football stadium getting that new scoreboard this past season.
Oh my goodness, that video board has been transformational for Foster Field at Cope Stadium. And the wrestling facility that's attached here to the Health and Sports Center, that practice center, is top-notch, envy of all Division II and most of Division I as well.
Yeah, peeked in on that on the trip over here. I had to look in and check that out.
Good.
Top-notch, as you said.
Well, right now, UNK 8-8 in conference. That is 8th if you go by win and loss. They determine their conference tournament based on KPI. Missouri Southern is sitting 4 spots below the Lopers at 6-10. We'll step aside when we return, your starting lineups, and then tip-off between the Lions and Lopers on News Channel Nebraska.
Teammates mentoring is in need of mentors, especially for students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them reach their full potential. 92% of teammates mentors report that they leave their mentoring time in a better mood than when they arrive. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more information about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Getting ready for starting lineups here in Kearney. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. If you want to be a part of the broadcast, you sure can join in the conversation on social media. You can find us on X at NCN Sports. We'll have highlights, post-game analysis. If the Lopers win, we'll have a couple of interviews posted there later. But if you join in the conversation during the game, you might even get a shout-out during the broadcast.
Yes, sir.
Folks still filing in here at the Health and Sports Center, making their trip to the concessions, bringing us food, no doubt. And we'll get to your starting lineups, brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you are cared for. So first for the visitors out of Missouri Southern, they turn to Martin Macinas in the starting lineup. Macinas wearing number 2, a senior out of Hickory Hills, Illinois. Tyreek Brooks gets the start, a 6'4" freshman guard. Jaden Taylor starts. He's a 6'3" junior guard. Tyrone Wright, he's a junior forward averaging 7 points per game. And Justin Duff rounds out the starting lineup, a 6'4" sophomore. He's also a guard. So not a lot of height with this Missouri Southern group, but Coach Marty Levinson of UNK says watch out because they jump exceedingly well and are one of the most athletic teams in the league.
Yeah, and that athleticism's really served them well down the stretch here. And they got some length to them. I mean, Wright, you just looked at him on the television screen. You can tell these guys aren't like 6'2", 6'3". They stretch out a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Starting lineup for the UNK men, they'll turn to Kendrick Gilbert in the starting lineup, a 6'5" junior forward out of St. Louis. Jabriant Hill gets the start, 5'10" junior. He's from Duncanville, Texas, and he can light up the scoreboard.
Yes.
16 per game, but he's liable to get 30 at any moment. DJ Jamerson has really come on here in the later part of the season, a 6'7" sophomore out of Texas. Also in the starting lineup, Chase Thompson from Omaha Westside High School, 6'6" senior forward. And Alan Taylor, our key player tonight, a 6'3" junior guard from Bradley, Arkansas. Thompson a part of some really good teams at Omaha Westside.
Yes.
He's made his journey around a bunch of different schools, many high-level here across the country. He played some college basketball in Florida. He's made stops all over and is returning to his home state. Yeah. And you got to give a lot of credit, especially these local kids that decided, you know, I'm going to play my senior year or my last couple of seasons at UNK in complete and total rebuild mode under a new coach with a completely new lineup. And they decided we're going to lay the foundation, and Chase Thompson, one of those guys.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And that's, you know, become a theme of college athletics is there's a lot of movement, not just coaches, but players as well, maybe players more so now. So it's all the more special that Thompson finds himself back here in the state of Nebraska. And, you know, we mentioned Marty Levinson. He's a UNK grad, so this program means so much to the coach, the coaching staff, and bringing those foundational guys in. Obviously, it's going to be key to building this program back to where it once was.
Chase Thompson started at Western Nebraska Community College, went to Division I Southeast Missouri State, and then Division II Florida Tech before heading here to Nebraska Kearney. So excited to see him on the court, a guy that we covered in high school on News Channel Nebraska, and excited to see the Lopers trying to make it 4 wins in their last 5 games. This is a program that won 5 games total in each of these last 2 seasons. Last year, they only had their head coach for 1 game.
Right.
And then the assistant took over for the remainder of the season, and a devastating losing streak to round out that season. Almost the entire roster transferred out. So this UNK team, they've all elected and chosen to be here, and you see it in their effort on the court. And a kick to begin things. It'll be Missouri Southern ball.
Alan Taylor with that on-ball defense.
Well, Missouri Southern, a team that scores 78 per game. There is Macinas, their leading scorer, and he's blocked. Excellent help defense is DJ Jamerson, who comes over to get the swat.
Yeah, Jamerson was huge on that play. Otherwise, Macinas would have had a nice little look curling around underneath the rim.
Double team in the paint. They get it out to Jamerson. He wants three. Nothing but net. And DJ Jamerson, a block and a three to begin this game.
Yeah, just really nice execution. Inside out, drawing the defense in, kicking out, finding a wide open shooter on the perimeter.
Turning the corner from the screen. Lost the ball on the way up, but Tyreek Brooks able to draw the foul in the process.
Yeah, when Brooks came around the elbow, picked up that screen, you knew he was going to go crashing down the middle of the lane. Nice take, picking up the foul. Now finds himself at the foul line.
So among those that Marty Levinson, Loper head coach, described as bouncy. So this whole team from the Lions is bouncy, and he wanted to stuff this one.
You know, he's bouncy, but you know, he's no shortcake either. He's 6'4",
right.
6'5".
Gets 1 out of 2 at the line.
I do like those clean-looking white home unis for the Lopers. Kind of a retro look to them.
Kendrick Gilbert with the basketball. Finds Jabriant Hill, never shy to shoot the three. That time he's off the mark, a 34% shooter. He's attempted now 106 threes on the season. Shot fake for Tyrone White, who throws it away. Wright, the junior forward, had 12 points in his last outing, combined with 12 rebounds.
And right away, he looked at his teammate and said, that's on me. I needed to read that a little bit better. I like the idea, trying to find his buddy on the left side of the block.
Alan Taylor finds Chase Thompson. Thompson going to work against Macinas, not able to get it to drop off of the window, and the board to the Lions.
Good strength of Macinas did a nice job bowing up and taking the first couple blows and standing tall defensively.
Yeah, you can tell that's a senior-on-senior matchup. Now Macinas trying to do it to Thompson. And a late whistle comes in. Thompson, a little bit of a swipe, might have got the elbow of Macinas.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to call here.
You saw the swipe, and there's the whistle. They can't afford to get Thompson in foul trouble, such an important part of the Lopers. 15 points and 4.5 boards per game. But that is a fun man-on-man matchup.
Yeah.
And two primary scorers, two seniors that aren't going to give up much if you try to back them down.
It feels like we're going to see that type of a matchup quite often throughout this one.
Jamerson with his incredible length. Passing up the basketball here midway through the shot clock. Thompson one-on-one. Opts to give it to Gilbert. Gilbert fires and misses the three ball. Rebound cleared by Tyrone Jackson.
Jackson, not only the fundamentally sound box out, but then the way he was able to elevate for that rebound. Yeah, I would say they got some bounce to him.
Oh, and the stuff. Tyrone Wright gets up there. Flushes it through with the right hand.
You can only allow those guys to back you down so far. At some point, you're going to have to push back. Excellent job by Wright.
6'9" junior.
Whew.
Turning the corner. Here's Gilbert. Lost the ball, but picking it up and putting it in is Alan Taylor, and we're tied at 5.
And that's why Taylor averages over 15 points per game, 29 points. You know, this past Thursday, he's always around the ball. Those opportunities present themselves.
That's exactly what Coach Marty Levinson said. Here's an opportunity in the lane on the runner, and wide open, Jaden Taylor knows what to do with that. Sinks it.
Boy, that's a sign I don't like seeing if I'm a UNK fan. The Lions are getting into the lane way too easy.
Taylor trying to back down a taller defender, gets blocked, now kicks it out. Here's Jamerson. Not that time from distance.
Nearly a travel there. Lines up in the arms of Macinas. Missouri Southern trying to initiate the offense with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Wright says, I'll do it myself, leaves it well short. Here's Taylor on the push. Flaring out, Thompson for three. The line drive shot hits the heel.
Good look, good look. I love that transition three. Find that trailer.
UNK defense allowing about 76 points per game, and there they allow the easy two-handed slam from Jackson.
Yeah, Missouri Southern's doing a really nice job playing with space, widening out, and then that leaves the lane wide open for somebody to penetrate.
Around the screen, an open look. You don't want to leave Alan Taylor open. We've been over this. He sinks the three ball. That's his 41st make from long range of the year.
And he just kind of walked by that screen nonchalantly.
Macinas rolling to the rack, and he lays it through. And a timeout by UNK. Your first quarter today is brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours. Back after this break.
Current drivers of competitive brand vehicles get $16,500 total savings on a new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 during Ram Truck Month at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or midwaycdjr.com.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
A look at the Nebraska-Kearney huddle. Marty Levinson in the middle of that in his first year as head coach of the Lopers. Welcome back to the Cornhusker State. He's the 22nd head coach in UNK history. Grand Island native, he played his senior year at Bellevue West and played for Tom Kropp right here at Nebraska-Kearney. Had some teams that made the national tournament, remembers it fondly, and that's his recruiting pitch to prospective Lopers is, when I was here, this place was full to the brim. Yeah. We went to the national tournament, and I know that recipe. Tom Kropp knows that recipe. We're going to lean on his knowledge, and we're going to get you back to that point.
And he did it with a lot of players, as you mentioned himself, playing for Bellevue West and programs of that stature.
A head coach at the junior college level at several stops. A lot of these players used to play for him either in youth basketball in Nebraska, in the AAU ranks, or in junior college. Here's Alan Taylor, nearly hit. Taylor Harrell, the rebound, turns it around and hits it. We must bring your attention to Taylor Harrell if you eyes aren't already drawn to him. 6'10", 280. He is a boost of energy off of the bench. A timeout taken by Missouri Southern. It's a 1-point game on News Channel Nebraska.
Let's get moving, Nebraska. Show us how you stay healthy and you could really make a difference. Capture these moments, whether it's a walk in the park, playing with your kids or pets, biking or swimming, or even cooking a healthy meal, and share them with us. Each week, one lucky winner will choose a school to receive a $500 donation from Medica. Join the fun and make a difference. Submit today at newschannelnebraska.com and your school could win $500. Stretch Across Nebraska, presented by Medica with News Channel Nebraska.
Oh, we were talking some about Marty Levinson as you look there to the Missouri Southern bench, the new head coach of the Lopers, a junior college coach throughout his career at the head coaching level, but has a win record of 191 and 94. He's been named District Coach of the Year 5 times and Region Coach of the Year 4 times. 5 of his teams have qualified for the NJCAA National Tournament, one of them finishing as good as 3rd. So while he is at the junior college level making the jump to D2, sure was one heck of a successful coach at the junior college level.
Yeah, Sam McMahon also gives you a lot of good recruiting. So there he is. There's that man, Alan Taylor, capping another 3.
Taylor now with 8 points. And that 3 gives the lead to the Lopers. You can find quality at the junior college level. Taylor, an example of that.
Oh, nice move.
Macinas can't finish. There's the board for Gilbert. He'll settle into the half court. Head fake from Trey Hepburn. Nebraska native finds the open shooter Gilbert, puts it on the deck, draws contact, and Kendrick Gilbert will shoot 2 shots at the line with UNK up 2.
Yeah, we actually just brought up Bellevue West a moment ago, where Trey Hepburn had so many great seasons with the Thunderbirds.
Yes, Trey is the brother of Chucky, the former Wisconsin, current Louisville standout point guard.
Lions number 8, Taylor. His first personal foul, team first.
Gilbert, junior forward, short here. Lopers coming off a impressive showing. They didn't get the win, but man, did they compete. Losing 100-93 to Pitt State. Coach Levinson saying, we don't want to give up 100 points, but that's right. Pitt's game. They try push the tempo. They try to score a lot, but they allow you to score some too. And Lopers scored with them the whole way. Just came up short in the end. Pitt State could not miss.
Sometimes you're just in for a track meet. When you have two teams offensive-minded that like to push the tempo, you're going to see a score like that every now and then.
And that's the second-ranked team in the MIAA, and the Lopers put up 93 on them 2 days ago.
Yeah, just a thriller versus the Gorillas.
Sure was. Foul on Hepburn there.
Almost felt like a frustration foul because Hepburn got kind of checked there early in that possession, got pushed off, fell on his backside, no whistle, then comes back around and picks up a foul himself.
Macinas one-on-one on Thompson again. Drew the foul last time. This time fades away, and that was silky.
And Macinas knew he couldn't go inside because Taylor Harrell was looking to administer the double team. Spins away. What a shot.
They're looking for Harrell on offense. Double team comes. There's the kick out. Gilbert for 3. Strong. And the board to the Lions.
Brooks springs up for that rebound.
And he goes all the way to the hoop. Draws the foul on Harrell.
Yeah, that puts Harrell in a really tough spot when you allow that type of penetration from a guard going coast to coast. Nobody stepped up and stopped ball.
See it again from Brooks, averaging 12 points a game.
Yeah, once he was able to get around Kendrick Gilbert there, around the three-point line, that was a really tough scenario to put your big man, Taylor Harrell, into.
Harrell not eligible in the first part of the season, took until this semester, and he was still finishing some things up at his junior college in terms of courses online, and completed his JUCO in a year and a half. So just the 1 year at National Park in Arkansas, and then I went to UNK while finishing things up at the JUCO, got eligible, and since then has made a huge difference on what UNK has been able to put on the court.
Yeah, that's something that's not just limited to the MIAA. You're seeing it at all levels in college basketball, especially where squads across the nation are hustling to try and get certain guys eligible.
Got them both at the line. So the lead goes back to the Lions.
Clayton Moore checks into the game, a Mullen, Nebraska native.
Saw his sister, Sam Moore.
Boy, she had a great game.
Oh, yeah. You can never question the effort level of anyone from that family. Here's Gilbert. Back out to Moore. He fires up the 3. Lopers a bit strong on some of those jump shots to start the afternoon. Whoa, look out. Well, Coach warned us they can leap an athletic group, and Brooks putting on a show on that fast break. Pardon me, that's Taylor who had that slam. Jaden Taylor. And Bryant Hill doesn't waste time the other direction getting to the line.
Yeah, look at him extend his strides, the Euro step around a defender. You knew it was showtime. And we said it before, someone's got to step up and stop ball out around the perimeter, not allow these guys to attack the rim like that.
Taylor, the 6'3 junior, stuffing it home.
And the lineup for Missouri Southern, number 3, Isaiah Atwater.
Yeah, that's where I was always the other guy on the poster.
There's no shame in that.
I'd rather be Jaden Taylor, the guy, on the poster.
Lopers get a couple points right back. 1-point deficit. Game already seeing quite a few lead changes. Taylor shut off that time by Gilbert. Has to kick it out. Now Macinas against Thompson again with 8 on the shot clock. Tries left, flips it up, missed it, and there's Jabriant Hill racing in at 5'10" to get the board.
That was a really tough shot for M squared. Excellent job with the defense.
Giving him a nickname. Like it. Alan Taylor taking it himself. His nickname is Turbo. You can see why.
Yeah, he can shift gears up in a hurry. And knocking down a couple threes early on really allows for him to exploit that dribble drive because you got to get out there and respect that jumper.
UNK playing a zone defense this possession. See how long they stay in that because Isaiah Atwater drains the 3 ball, 35% shooter from range on the year.
Yeah, Missouri Southern diagnosed that real early, just kind of pinball the ball around the perimeter until they found a shooter in space.
Here's Hill. Gets past his defender. Pretty little floater, but it doesn't get the friendly roll.
Gilbert almost came away with that offensive rebound.
Here's right inside. Beautiful strip by Taylor. It went off of his leg out of bounds.
And Taylor might have a case there that the ball might have went off Tyrone Wright. We'll get a look at it here. But once again, I think the official's saying, hey, I didn't whistle you for the reach-in or the hack. So.
I think he got all ball and it went off of his own hip that time. That was the situation we saw in that women's game.
Yep.
It will give them the ball and spare you the foul. Macinas against Thompson. Now with the right hand, it floats off and last touched by Wright.
You know, it rimmed out, but that was still a fantastic job by Chase Thompson playing that straight up. He altered the shot. You saw multiple pump fakes. Didn't bite on any of them. Really made Macinas earn that one as it didn't even fall. It rimmed out.
Now that has been the matchup, hasn't it, on that side of the ball in particular. Thompson, he goes down grasping at his face, and it's a 5-on-4 for the Lions. Macinas hits right wide open, and he walked with it while gathering ready for the dunk.
Yeah, and you can credit Alan Taylor and Clayton Moore not giving up on the play, diverging in on the would-be, highlight dunk there from Tyrone Wright.
Before we go to break, we want to thank one of our sponsors tonight, O Street Carpet. We're supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. More first-half action after this.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Oh, we got warning. They're a bouncy group. And Jaden Taylor, the 6'3" junior guard, he got up for that slam.
Yeah, and that really showcased the point that I've been trying to make. It's been too easy going for the Lions to get into the lane. UNK has got to make an adjustment and kind of clog up that lane a little bit.
Lopers out of the media timeout. Looking to get the offense rolling in a game that's already seen 5 lead changes and 3 ties. You have teams that have near identical records. It's what you'd expect. Jamerson heaves it to the corner, or to the wing rather. Thompson fires. Jamerson grabs the offensive board, attacks, leaves it short. And there's Wright snaring the rebound.
Jamerson did a fantastic job snagging that offensive rebound.
Macinas nearly lost the ball. Correction. Yeah, no, this is Macinas against Thompson again. Once more, he nearly gets it to drop. The rim hasn't been too kind to the senior from the state of Illinois. Taylor, early in the shot clock, out of bounds. Lions didn't touch it, just caromed out off the rim.
Yeah, the three-point shot's just not... Loper's unable to locate the three-point shot as of late.
Oh, they're saying that, okay, so Moore hit that out was the call. Beating the press, Missouri Southern, they didn't have much trouble with that. And again, Jaden Taylor at the rim equals points for the Lions.
Yeah, and Taylor did a really nice job using his body as a shield away from the UNK defender. You mentioned just a clear path right to the hoop.
Taylor wide open, doesn't shoot it, drives it instead, blocked by Wright, and saved in by Jamerson, but right into the gut of the big man for the Lions. Messina straightaway three ball. Well short. And UNK escapes with it. Thompson just batted it off of Wright, and Hill takes it all the way to the hoop, doesn't get the whistle. There's Jamerson to clean it up.
Nice touch there from Jamerson. All in one motion, tapping that ball in with the offensive rebound.
Brooks sizing up more.
Good help defense.
Wright with the pull-up jumper. That was smooth.
It really was, but that was all set up with Jamerson coming off and helping out Clayton Moore defensively. That left his man wide open there at that 15-foot line.
Second basket for Wright. He's done it at the hoop. That time he did it at the free throw line. Thompson off of the feed from Moore, and he draws the foul. And Clayton Moore slapping his hands thinking maybe he should have just put that one up.
Boy, and that's just good chemistry there between Moore and Thompson. Nice quick pass underneath. And how about a ball fake, getting a couple of guys up in the air.
Nobody in foul trouble yet. 13 minutes into the ball game. Nobody with more than one.
Yeah, we thought this was going to be a real good competitive game. Two evenly matched teams on paper. And we've seen that with the lead changes and tie-ups so far.
Thompson not able to get the roll. Splits the pair. One possession game. Brooks, the open three. Closeout from Jamerson, not quite in time. Brooks knocks that one down.
Oh, that was smooth.
Taylor hot to begin the game. Throws it to the wing. And around the screen, here comes Gilbert. And it's a Loper turnover.
And this kind of feels like the threshold that both teams have to keep in mind. Missouri Southern going up by 6 points. I don't think either team wants to allow that scoreboard to get beyond 6, 7, or 8 points. You know, keep it within that 2 or 3 possession style of game.
And that was the first Loper turnover of the day.
That allows for Harrell to check back into the game for UNK. A lot of Loper fans love seeing the big man now eligible out there.
And he scared the ball away from Macinas there. Hill all the way to the rack. Weaving between defenders. Impressive. And he goes to the line to shoot two.
You know, Hill averages 16 points per game. And he's not the tallest guy out there, right? Let's be honest. But the way he attacks the rim, he's relentless. Kind of gives it that Allen Iverson type of feel, the way he's always looking to score.
I really like that comparison. I'm sure he really likes that comparison, too. Maybe he'll make our highlight reel at halftime. Your halftime highlights will be brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. as a unit, UNK 72% foul shooters, and Hill looks good at the line there. Jamari Lawrence across the timeline. And now it's Atwater initiating the offense. Macinas pulls the trigger, hard off of the back iron, and the long rebound lands with the Lions. Difficult step back, and the Lions settle for a couple of long two-point jumpers.
Gilbert with another just textbook box out there, collecting that rebound.
Harrell posting up against Macinas, draws the double team, heaves it away. Hill steps back, throws to Gilbert. Good defense by the Lions. 7 seconds to shoot. Hill off of the front rim, no good.
Yes, excellent defense. Defensive stand there for Missouri Southern, not allowing any type of penetration. UNK was trying to play that inside-outside game. Defense was solid across the board.
Thompson is saying there's an offensive foul, but he gave a little bit of a wrap-up there on Macinas, got the left arm in there.
That's kind of a common argument when you get the whistle. Like, no, he grabbed me.
He had a full grab of his waist that time. That's the second foul on Chase Thompson. Staying in the game. That's tipped out of bounds by the Lions.
Taylor, I told you in the pregame, he does a little bit of everything. He's not just an offensive weapon. Come up with a huge defensive play there.
The Lopers are 9-6 since Taylor Harrell became eligible. And they're 10-14 overall. You can tell what type of difference he's made. Of course, among other factors, like becoming more comfortable with each other. There he is going to work, and the big fella, he's a load in the lane.
So quick on his feet, light on his feet.
Oh, yeah. Marty Levinson says he's just starting to discover what his ceiling can be. Thompson gets the steal, Hill gets the finish, and 4 quick points for the Lopers has UNK tied up with Missouri Southern with 4.5 to go here in the first half on your Currency scoreboard.
Hill able to hit that extra gear, and how about Thompson slowing himself down, allowing for that separation to take place?
Well, there's the response. Macinas has been a volume shooter today, and that one drops through.
Boy, and the crowd was just starting to get into it. Quiets things back down.
Everyone in the gym can hear Marty Levinson's play call. He's bellowing. Now going against a zone from Missouri Southern. Thompson turns to his left, doesn't get it to drop in.
Still like that offensive look for UNK. They got the ball inside and on the block.
Transition three, and back-to-back 3 balls. This time Isaiah Atwater, and the Lions on the fast break get 3 points.
It's a game of runs. Right now the Lions are taking their share.
Hill looking to create again. Nice strip, and it was last touched by Hill. Jamari Lawrence with the defense earns the possession for the Lions. And before we go to timeout, we want to remind you to stick around for halftime. We'll talk about the new feature here in Kearney, opening just over a month from now, the Kearney Sportsplex. Our halftime show is presented by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. 6-point lead for the visitors. 3.5 to go in the first half.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe. It's the Roe you know.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Look at the Missouri Southern sideline, led by head coach Sam McMahon. 11-14 the record for the Lions. McMahon in his third season. They had a winning record his first year, 17-13, 13 wins last year, and they need to win out to get to 500 this go-round. Former head coach Jeff Boschee had some success in Joplin, but he left to cross the border to go to Pittsburgh State, right across the line between Missouri and Kansas.
And he's got things rolling for Pittsburgh State right now.
Oh, lethal crossover. Taylor, though, can't finish. The putback isn't there. Harrell throws the ball away after getting the rebound. A little bit too much adrenaline going after grabbing that board.
UNK, they want to get into their transition. They want to push the pace, but no one home on that one. Yeah, that pass out in front of Jabriant Hill. I know you can hit that gear. Come on, Hill, get it.
Going against Hepburn, Taylor able to turn the corner. That's last touched by Missouri Southern. Harrell again in the mix for that rebound.
Yeah. And that's a challenging thing to try and do. Drive the ball in on Hepburn. He's so quick with the hands, so good at poking the ball away, altering your shot, altering your attempt.
Now trying to go against that zone. It's been a tough shooting day so far for the Lopers. 33% from the floor, just 25% from distance.
Hill dribbled out of a trap that time. That was a good decision to reverse the ball around.
And an illegal screen called on Harrell and a lost possession for UNK. They have not been able to solve this zone from the Lions.
And that's one of the, you could say shortcomings. If you're going to be 6'10", in a frame like Taylor Harrell, nobody's going to miss you.
You can't be too sneaky at that size.
You command a lot of attention. That's from everybody, officials included.
And Trey Hepburn, really, he has the same hairstyle as Chucky, but doesn't have the blonde streak. Loose ball. Hill comes away with it. The pickpocket kicks it out, and Wright is there. He saw the kick-out pass coming.
No, Wright did a good job diagnosing that early.
Stolen right back by Taylor. Taylor to the rack and fouled from behind. And a tough crash into the base of the hoop. He's up in a hurry.
A little bit of sportsmanship there shown by Brooks, though, after committing the hard foul, helping Alan Taylor up to his feet.
Foul's actually called on Jaden Taylor, so that's his second. Looks like he might head to the bench here after this first free throw. Taylor hits.
Yeah, that's a little bit better looking of a breakaway drive. Alan Taylor compared to Jabriant Hill the moment beforehand where it was 1-on-4. That's a tough scenario, but we said Hill likes to get downhill. He tried to kick it out, but that's when Tyrone Wright knew, hey, I'm just going to get to that kick-out spot. Jumped that passing lane, got the turnover.
A high basketball IQ there from the junior post player in transition defense. But the Lopers stole it right back and got 2 points. Got it to a 4-point deficit. 3 ball from way deep, and it doesn't go. Here come the Lopers. Gilbert stops. Hepburn fakes, slides, got rid of the ball in time. Now Gilbert to the rack. Count the basket plus the foul.
Gilbert brought the ball up his right side, and he looked that way from a moment, reversed the ball around, then he got that second opportunity, got to the rack, made it count.
That's the 6th team foul on Missouri Southern. Harrell will head to the bench for the final minute 31 on your Aurora Cooperative scoreboard here in half number 1.
Dead ball also allows for DJ Jamerson to check back into the game. We talked about how the Lions have some bounce.
Yes, Jamerson, he is that guy for the Lopes. And Gilbert, it looked like he was leaning some when he took that shot. A 68% foul shooter, missed it. Brooks, the crossover, and gets the basket plus the foul on Alan Taylor. What an individual move. Tyreek Brooks first to get past the defender and then the acrobatic finish.
Yeah, quick first step. And that takes some strength there. When you're taking on that contact on your right side, being able to loop over with the left.
Brooks, just a freshman, comes from Springfield, Missouri. Couldn't get the and one, so still a 4-point gain. Still trying to solve that zone for the most part. Lopers have scored in transition a couple of times.
Missouri Southern really likes to extend that zone out on the bottom, not give that corner three up.
The bank's open on Saturday if your name is Kendrick Gilbert.
Looks over at the zone bench with a little wiry smile there.
Macinas turns the corner. He's hit on the drive, not the shot. That is the 8th team foul on the Lopers, so 1-and-1 coming from Macinas.
Yeah, it just kind of felt like UNK never really did get set defensively there. Good on the lines, taking full advantage through their leading scorer. Martin Messina somehow gets a hold and takes advantage.
And hits the first free throw. Macinas, first to double figures for the Lions with 10 points. Not his most efficient day, just 3 of 10 shooting though, and came up empty on the second foul shot. Lopers can tie or take the lead here in the waning minute. Hill for 3. Nearly got it.
Oh, it was right there.
And a foul there for Hill. He didn't want to try to get in the way of Tyreek Brooks, the 6'4" guard, as a 6-inch advantage. And
yeah,
he was thinking about Thunder Dunk there.
Yeah, he also didn't want to allow for the Thunder Dunk for the showtime
Yes.
either, so.
Substitutions for Coach Levinson ahead of the final 26 seconds. The end of halves, the end of quarters, and if you're playing on the women's side, so critical. And a foul,
Okay.
that'll put the Lopers at the line. Reaching in, perhaps in frustration after missing that shot, was Brooks.
You know, this is one of my favorite parts of Alan Taylor's game. He does it all, the little things. Boxing out shooter, collecting the foul, and then you get rewarded for that type of play. Here he is at the foul line looking to convert a couple more free throws.
And the second foul on Brooks. So again, UNK makes offense-defense substitutions. Taylor hits the first. Has 13 points. And got the roll on the second.
Shooters roll. Nice rotation.
Full court pressure from UNK. Macinas floats it ahead. Jackson will slow it down. Macinas open, hesitates. Oh, and he gets the whistle on the drive, and that's a foul on Jamerson. I believe his second.
Yeah, you mentioned maybe not the most efficient game here for the leading scorer of the Lions in Martin Macinas, but he's also one of those guys that you lean on offensively. So you need to have that guy to take shots, make shots happen.
Just gives his team the lead there.
Yeah, vital part, whether he's on or off, you can count on him to make something happen offensively.
It was actually just the first foul on Jamerson. And Macinas gets them both.
Did you hear that little Loper fan underneath there? Hey, number 2, your shoe's untied.
Oh, it didn't work. Often does. Hill all the way. And Bryant Hill fouled with 3.5 seconds left.
See, that's just so difficult to stop. Brought the ball all the way up the court, worked left and cut it right into the center. He's just so quick off the dribble.
A free throw parade here in the final 90 seconds of this half. Both sides getting to the line effectively. Hill calmly up to 7 first half points.
Doesn't waste much time up there at the foul line.
This guy that likes to go fast.
Yep.
Always. Left that one just a bit short. 3 seconds. Half-court shot is too tall for the Lions. Well, we expected it to be close. These teams separated by just 1 win on their season records, and that's what we have. We have a 1-point game at halftime. It's Missouri Southern 38 and Nebraska Kearney 37. Coming up at halftime, we'll have your highlights, check through the statistics, prepare you for the start of quarter number 3. You're watching College Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast for the night.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
The halftime show is proudly presented by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. Do you live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
A 1-point game here at halftime, here at Buckle Court, Health and Sports Center, campus of University of Nebraska Kearney. Michael Shively, Andy Klassen with you. Here at halftime, let's take a look at your halftime highlights. They're brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Well, UNK, it was Alan Taylor carrying the load early. Here he is distributing, finds a wide open DJ Jamerson. Jamerson drills the 3. He's fired up because he had a blocked shot the possession before. This time, though, he gets posterized.
Yep.
How about Tyrone Wright? Impressive right-handed finish. Here's Wright passing.
Whoops.
And wide open, Tyreek Jackson.
Defensive breakdown that time for UNK. Good on Missouri Southern.
There's Alan Taylor, led all scorers in the first half with 14, drills that 3 ball. He was 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. The rest of the team, just 2 for 11. There's another slam. Lions, they can get up to the rim. Jaden Taylor showed it off that time. Deep 3 as well can work at times. How about that one for Isaiah Atwater? And now Taylor Harrell making his own room. And the big fella with an easy finish. Transition opportunity. Thompson, beautiful find. Puts the bounce pass right into the pocket of Jabrian Hill. More offense from UNK. That was the best move of the day for Kendrick Gilbert. 6 points in the first half for him. Nifty
Yeah.
That's a tough shot.
Missouri Southern can finish, and
Yeah.
finish with some flair at the rim. We saw a couple Showtime type of dunks, flushes, and then a play like that. That was an and one, by the way.
Tyreek Brooks impressing with the English there off of the glass. And at the break, it's a 1-point lead for Missouri Southern. This is a game that has seen some lead changes, 5 lead changes, 5 ties. And we expected that this would be competitive. That's exactly what we got. Still to come here at halftime, we'll run through this new attraction here in Kearney, the Kearney Area Sportsplex. The Kearney Sportsplex set to open in early April. We'll tell you about it. Got a sneak preview yesterday. Plus, we'll run through your halftime stats and have you ready for the third quarter here on News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Get started on your next adventure at Woodhouse GMC. From the power of the GMC Sierra to the versatility of the terrain. No matter where you're headed, we've got a ride built for the journey. Strength, style, and space for moments that matter. Take advantage of exclusive offers going on now. Shop in-store or online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Welcome back here to UNK. Michael Shifley, Andy Klassen with you. Exciting college hoops. We haven't had a dud here in this swing through Kearney. This is our 4th game.
Yeah.
High school last night, Kearney versus Westview, both games down to the wire. And then the girls' game today came down to a potential game winner at the end for the Lopers that was wide right. Now this one a 1-point affair.
And it feels like it's going to stay tight throughout. We've seen a couple of 6-point leads here and there, usually coming off a couple back-to-back threes. Speaks to just how good and how evenly matched these teams are. We kind of felt that way on paper, and that's really been the case thus far.
A new attraction here in town opening up soon. That is the Kearney Sportsplex. It is massive. You can see that via the rendering. That's just one side. That's not even the long side. I had a chance with Brandon Axemitz, our live events coordinator, yesterday to get a tour. Many thanks to Lauren Brandt, the manager of the Kearney Sportsplex, for giving us this tour. MCL Construction was there. They've shown us around, gave us the hard hats, everything. It's going to open here in just over a month, and that will be about 13 months since construction started. So a terrific job by this team staying on timeline, and it's going to change youth sports in central Nebraska and be a huge boon for the community in terms of the hospitality area.
Yeah.
And locals will get to use it. There will be plenty of chances to drop in and play. You can reserve time to play. There's pickleball, there's basketball, wrestling, anything you can choose to do on a court. Full-size running track up above as well, and it's really fun to look down from that mezzanine section and just take in how massive the facility is.
Yeah, and you're going to have all sorts of camps, all sorts of tournaments, whether it's wrestling, basketball, all seasons. You mentioned the baseball facilities they have within this.
Yeah, so batting cages, turf. Brandon, our partner, he's a big soccer guy, and he was already dreaming about his semi-competitive adult league, NCN-sponsored team.
Right, yes. I think they have a couple league titles. I've seen the trophies.
He was picturing himself out there on that Sportsplex field sooner than later. So that's all here in Kearney. Congratulations to the folks at Visit Kearney for getting that figured out. Well, let us know what you think of this game here today. We're happy to be featuring UNK basketball. Let us know what you think online at NCN Sports, where you can find us on X. We'll be posting highlights. And if the Lopers win, and you're going to get an interview with Andy Klassen, should be motivation enough for them to get this W. You'll get to watch that. We'll post out the link and any clips that you need to see on social media at NCN Sports on X. Plus, stay tuned to what our next broadcast will be. We have a lot of fun things coming up. Next week is a good week for our crew to regroup, make sure everything's in line, because, at this time, about, let's say 10 days from now, we'll be in Lincoln.
Yeah. So if you're not already following us on X, formerly Twitter, give us that subscription, give us that sub right now, because we're going to be in the thick of it, bringing you all sorts of state basketball action live. What do we got, like 36 games in 6 days, something like that?
That sounds crazy.
Right. It's just crazy.
One of our favorite times of the year. And in the meantime, you'll get to watch some Omaha Supernovas volleyball next week. So lots of reasons to be following us on social media. Make sure you're up to date to check your TV guide, what's coming up on News Channel Nebraska. Exciting college hoops right now. It's 38 for Missouri Southern, 37 for Nebraska Kearney. See if the Lopers can get a key win at home late in the season and move to 9-8 in conference play. Second half action on the other side. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
The halftime show is proudly presented by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Get over $5,100 in total savings on a loaded new Buick Envision Sport Touring all-wheel drive SUV at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer, Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC Kearney, or thinkmidway.com/GM.
You got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. Clayball Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Teammates Mentoring is in need of mentors, especially for students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them reach their full potential. 92% of Teammates Mentors report that they leave their mentoring time in a better mood than when they arrive. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more information about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
A look at the Missouri Southern huddle where the Lions are talking strategy ahead of the second half against Nebraska Kearney. It's 38-37 with the Lions in front. Checking out the halftime stats. And at one point game you expect it to be close, but Missouri Southern 14 points in the paint. UNK 14 points in the paint. So rebounds 20 each.
Right.
The Lopers have not shot it as well. Missouri Southern shooting a little bit better percentage, but UNK has been able to get a few more shots up, and also 11 for 15 at the line.
Yeah, so UNK's been able to get to the line to kind of negate their shooting woes they've had. And Missouri Southern, I really like what they're doing from beyond the arc. They're not shooting a high volume, but when they do pull the trigger, they make it count, shooting at a much higher percentage than the Lopers.
UNK basketball, they started this season with just a hard luck situation. 4 straight defeats to open the Marty Levinson era, and against good teams too, NSIC teams. They lost by 2 in overtime. They lost by 4, lost by 2, and lost by 1.
Yeah, that very
first 4 games.
That very first game against Concordia St. Paul in overtime.
Lost by 1 at Wayne State, a longtime rival. But the Lopers have figured it out here in January and February, and they hope that 3 from Kendra Gilbert means they've figured it out here in this game. If they were to get this win over the Lions, it would be 4 W's in the last 5 games for a team that won just 5 total games last year.
Yeah, quite the turnaround.
Macinas. That was a nice baseline spin move.
I was going to say, talking about turnarounds. My goodness.
Solid player. You can see why the Illinois native is the top scorer for Missouri Southern. Good effort by Tyreek Brooks for the Lions. Not getting the call, though. It stays with UNK. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, extended his man-to-man defense out well beyond the three-point line. That's showing you some versatility that Lions have defensively, utilizing that zone quite often in the first half.
Taylor thinking about the post feed. Instead, it's Thompson going behind the back. And offensive goaltend.
Yep.
Jamerson was hoping to get a follow-up slam. Instead, that ball hung on the back of the iron for an awkwardly long time.
He tried to time that one up perfectly, and it had been a typical bounce. He might have got the flush he was looking for.
It's just and he knew it too. Now Jamerson with the defense against Macinas. Macinas goes to work. Doesn't get it that time. Wright barking as he heads down the court. The big fella for the Lions upset about something from that defensive possession. Here's Hill, way strong.
Almost felt a little hurried up there.
Tough shot. The follow, though, quite easy. And there's Brooks for the 2.
Yeah, if you're willing to do the dirty work, go in there and get those tough rebounds. A lot of times you'll get paid off with a nice little putback opportunity.
Taylor to the rack, too strong. After hitting their first shot to begin this half, the Lopers are over since. Wright, another pull-up, and he gets the friendly roll. But Tyrone Wright impressing today.
Yeah.
He's hit a couple of jump shots and really popping out more than his numbers do.
Yeah, and that 6'10" length, that allows him to elevate and shoot over top of a lot of defenders.
Jabriant Hill finds Thompson for the straightaway 3. And a foul on the rebound. Who will it go against? It's on Taylor. So Jaden Taylor called for his third foul for Missouri Southern. He's been a key factor for the Lions in this game.
Yeah, they're saying they kind of hooked Alan Taylor there of UNK, battling for position.
Harrell and Hepburn check in for Nebraska Kearney and turn it over right away. But Hepburn gets it right back, and Hill is all alone. Jabriant Hill with the easy two, thanks to the defense of Trey Hepburn.
How many times have we seen Hepburn impact the game in ways other than just scoring?
Macinas has been looking for the one-on-one matchups to begin this half. Beautiful find. Brooks distributing to Jackson for two.
The double team converged over on Macinas. Good job on the lines, being patient, working the ball around, finding the open man eventually.
Hepburn, backdoor cut.
Ouch.
Oh, and he's landing hard on the court there. Got the foul call, though. And the 6-foot senior out of Bellevue West High School heads to the line.
Beautiful bounce pass as Hepburn was able to cut baseline.
Yeah, that stings. Landing directly on the right shoulder. The referee talking with Tyrone Wright, the 6'9" big fella for the Lions. Not sure he ever got on the same page with the official there.
Today's officials, Jeff Hansen, Nate Dartman, and Caden Johnson.
Welcome to these three MIAA referees.
You know, a lot of these guys, they'll end up doing high school Thursday night, high school Friday night, then a little bit of college on Saturday. So these guys put in the time and the hours, that's for sure.
Oh, no doubt. Good first step. Harrell, quality help defense. Oh, two bodies come crashing hard to the court. Wright is among those, and he does a couple of spins after hitting the ground. It was Wright and Hill who could not be more different in terms of their stature.
But there was quite the collision behind Taylor Harrell as he cleared this rebound.
Yeah, so Hill called for the foul.
Yeah.
He didn't allow Wright to land.
Yeah, kind of backed underneath of him there. Dangerous play.
16:30 remaining here in half number 2 on your Currency scoreboard. The referees are going to go to the monitor and see if they should institute a flagrant foul. So we've been talking about this Missouri Southern team some, and they're coming in with a little bit different recent history than UNK. The Lopers, winners of 3 of their last 4. Missouri Southern have lost their last 2. That's at Missouri Western and at Fort Hays State, and they lost 3 out of their last 4.
Yeah.
Now, that lone win came in a tough place to play, Bearcat Arena in Maryville, Missouri.
You know, and one of the losses just before that Bearcat win was to Emporia State, a team that UNK kind of has handled a couple of times this season. So you'd like to think the Lopers could defend home court.
Marty Levinson has his guys gathered, his 5 on the court, as the referees, actually there's one single referee looking at the monitor right now, calls over some help to try to determine if this was flagrant 1, flagrant 2, what they could call for Jabriant Hill undercutting Tyrone Wright.
There's no doubt about it that Hill did get underneath Wright, and that is a dangerous type of play because Wright had no clear way to, get back underneath of his feet once he went up for that rebound. And it was also a deal where Hill didn't need to do that because Harold already boxed him out and was clearing out the rebound.
Right now, Hill has 3 fouls. He's the only player with 3 for Nebraska Kearney. Taylor has 3 for Missouri Southern. And no team foul concern here 3.5 minutes into the half. Referees give explanations to each head coach. And it looks like it's just maybe going to be a common foul. Or no, now they're getting people out of the lane, so it is a flagrant.
Yeah, this is a tough turn of events here for UNK because they cleared the rebound. They were looking to attack the other way, and instead a whistle blows, and the Lions find themselves at the foul line with possession. Here
Referee giving the word to the official scorebook. Tyrone Wright misses the first, so this will be Missouri Southern basketball after these free throws. Wright misses them both, but it will be Lions basketball. Lopers hit a three to begin this half. But since then, it's been Missouri Southern who's been in control, and that was nifty.
It really was. How many times does the inbounder end up with the shot opportunity? That's exactly what happened. Taylor, little bounce back pass there. Wide open underneath.
A perfect execution by the Lions to get an easy two, thanks to that flagrant foul. Now back into their zone defense. That defense was effective against the Lopers in the first half.
You know, if nothing else, it just disrupts the flow of UNK's offense and what they want to do, how they want to execute.
And that's the third foul called on Wright. So Tyrone Wright, the 6'9" junior, who's been factoring in largely to the momentum swings of this game, called for his third, and he'll have to go to the bench. Isaiah Atwater replaces him. It's about 1 foot difference in height.
Atwater had a really nice three-point shot attempt. It was featured in our highlight package during the halftime break.
Hill distributes to Gilbert, and Gilbert a little out of control there. Spin move. Here's Taylor to the hoop, and Taylor draws contact. He'll get to shoot a pair with 15:45 remaining in the first, or rather in the second half on your currency scoreboard.
Well, and you saw what UNK was trying to do on the offensive side. Utilize that motion offense, work the ball across the center of the court. Gilbert just kind of off with his pass.
Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. That time, the Lions get both of them and have built their lead to a game-high 8 points. Lopers searching for offense here. They have just 5 points this half. Hill missed, but there's the putback.
Always attacking, always attacking. That initial decision to pull up and take that jumper on the elbow, really like that idea, rather than continuing that drive into a couple of the tall post players that the Lions have.
Macinas one-on-one on Gilbert, and that's an offensive foul.
Hooked him. Yep. And Gilbert's been asking for that call all game long. Finally gets the whistle. Here we go.
Gilbert doing a good job selling it as well.
Reminds me of how those YMCA guys play, you know, just kind of crafty, get a little space there.
Taylor gets it into Harrell. Quickly kicks the ball out. Hill looking to create. Gets on the deck. There's Taylor to the rim. No. Harrell gets it and floats it up and in.
That's the presence down low that UNK was missing on the early half of the season. Really happy that Harrell has found his eligibility here the back half of the season.
Especially with Wright on the bench in foul trouble, the biggest guy on the court by quite a bit. Here he applies the double team, leads to a kick-out three. Yep. And knocking it down, Brooks.
That couple occasions, Missouri Southern diagnosed the double team early on, and then they're patient finding a shooter, finding an offensive option away from the double team.
Ready to shoot when they get the ball. Here's Hill, shorts. Harrell, another board. Oh, too strong off of the glass. He got hacked could have contributed to that. So Harrell will go to the line after this break. It's a 7-point cushion for the visitors from Joplin, Missouri on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. Do you live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Taylor Harrell grabbing the board.
Yeah.
Able to draw the whistle on the putback, and the big fellow will be at the line to shoot two here in a moment.
You know, it's just striking if you haven't seen Harrell play before, his quickness. Mm-hmm. You know, not just with his speed, but his hands, his motion, the way he was able to get that shot back up, snatch the ball out of there for that initial rebound.
Yeah, for a guy his size.
Yeah.
Incredibly coordinated and mobile. There's a look at the Loper bench. Marty Levinson in the middle. We've told you all about him. His assistant coaches, Mitch Runco and Rob Fuller. And we talked about them last night, Andy, in our Kearney High versus Omaha Westview broadcast, because Mitch Runco was the head coach at Omaha Westview last year. Rob Fuller, his assistant. They also have deep ties into AAU basketball. They were, along with Marty Levinson, involved in the ETG Midwest program, one of the top programs in the state and region, I believe on the Adidas circuit. So they're hoping that those ties can lead to some quality recruits from the state of Nebraska coming to be Lopers.
Well, they've been able to bring Clayton Moore in, from Mullen, Nebraska. We mentioned Trey Hepburn out of Bellevue West.
That's just getting started.
Chase Thompson, Omaha West Side.
Three-pointer up for Missouri Southern. 6-point game right now. UNK at a 1-point lead after the opening possession of this half. Here's Taylor for three, and Alan Taylor, a much-needed basket.
Really
Big shot from distance.
Really was, and he worked his tail off, securing that rebound on one end, walks into a three, nails it on the other.
Good job on the defense on the pick and roll, and a kick called. The Lopers were looking forward to a 2-on-0 breakaway.
Tyreek Jackson and Messina's trying to play a little two-man game. Lopers not having it.
Tough fall-away jumper. That was good defense by Hepburn again. Now here's DeBryant Hill tossing to Gilbert, and how about that by the Lions getting back, avoiding the foul, and clearing the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, it appeared they did get all ball here. And Gilbert did everything he could. Brought the ball up, down, and around, trying to find space to get the shot off.
Feeding towards Harrell. He gets rid of it, and Gilbert's wide open and hits the three. Kendrick Gilbert, an enormous basket. The Lopers have hit from distance on consecutive possessions, and we're all tied up here at the Health and Sports Center.
The three-point shot can erase a lot of mistakes, and we just mentioned it a moment ago. How about the athleticism from the big man? Harrell, off balance, somehow kicks it out.
And Hill gets his hands in against Wright, gets the steal. Now Hill to the hoop, lays it up and in. JaBryant Hill gives the Lopers the lead. 3-pointers, and then a steal, then a transition bucket. And the fans in blue and gold are on their feet here at Buckle Court on News Channel Nebraska.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
This broadcast is brought to you by Platte Valley Auto. With our vast selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and custom service, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership. And by Nutrien. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Taylor Harrell posting up. They want to get him the ball. He had to go up to get it. How about that effort to bounce pass it back to an open Gilbert, and he cashes in from three.
Just amazing. Having the strength, the balance, and also just the awareness, the wherewithal, like, hey, I got a shooter open, able to find him. And then Gilbert, we've seen him heat up before, knocking down that timely three, putting the Lopers back up by 2.
Guy averaging just over 7 points per game. He's up to 12 in this one. The Lopers have 3 players in double figures, Taylor, Hill, and Gilbert.
And we've seen it between Gilbert and Allen Taylor. Once they hit that three, they come back with like a pump fake, get that defense out, then they capitalize with the blow-by going to the rim.
Out of the Missouri Southern timeout, the Lions have the basketball, finding themselves behind for just the second time this half. Good crossover. Atwater kicks it back out with 15 on the shot clock. And Hepburn called for the foul. Quite a bit of hand fighting there from the defensive specialist, the 6-foot senior guard. Third team foul on the Lopers.
Yeah, a lot of contact there.
Atwater around the screen. Finds a little bit of space, can't hit the shot, and Harrell tips the rebound to Hill. Hill to Taylor, hesitation move, collects the ball, and couldn't quite spin it in. And Hepburn the block in transition. What a defensive standout for the Lopers.
He really is, making plays. Never gives up on a play like you saw right there.
No, something in that family. Always said Chucky, his brother, younger brother, as good of an oddball defender as I've ever seen at the college game even. Just locks down from the point guard spot, and Trey has those same genes. Travel that time. The Lopers were ready for the quick pass back.
And who's in the middle of it? Mr. Hepburn.
Yes.
The quick hands, the quick feet. It's one thing to be, talented and gifted and have that quickness. Hepburn puts it all together with his high basketball IQ.
Now can UNK build on its lead? It's never led by more than 2. Taylor pulls up from the free throw line. Nothing but net, and the Lopers are up 4.
And that just looked good the entire way. Yes, it was contested, but he was able to get to a spot, elevate, nice-looking jumper.
Brooks lost the ball. Hill gets it, and Hepburn comes away with it. Lobs it up ahead. Gilbert saves the possession.
Out of bounds.
Hill had a foot on the sideline. Oh, the Lopers had worked so hard to get that possession.
Yeah, quite the scramble.
Check out this hustle. And keep attacking. They keep attacking the whole way.
Hill just widened out a little too much. And this has been a fun little showdown. Hill versus Atwater, the 2 point guards, also draw each other defensively.
Lift off, and that time Ty Jackson able to put it in off of the window for the Lions.
Just real strong with the basketball. Knew he was going to take on a defender. Converts the ball over to his right hand under control and has that touch.
That stopped an 11-0 run for the Lopers. UNK really charged back into this game. Take for Hill, and last touched by Missouri Southern.
Yeah, just that slight crease in the defense there. Jabriant Hill looking to expose it.
Taylor launches the 3. That was one of those, no, yes.
Well, everybody in the gymnasium thought he was going to reverse that ball, pass it up to the top of the key. Not the case.
Yeah,
Hold
Hill
on.
was peeling off around the screen there, and Taylor's, you know what, I kind of feel the shot coming right now, and he drills it. Atwater launches, and he has the response. These Division II college players starting to find their offensive groove midway through half number 2. Plenty of talent on the court today. Taylor passed up that opportunity. Now it's Thompson drawing the double and hit off out of bounds. Wright, never
Lawrence.
shy to share his opinion. Thought he hit it off of Thompson.
Jamari Lawrence was quick with the double team there. UNK's got to be ready for that.
We go to immediate timeout. See this one again. Thompson against the double team, and might have gone off his shoulder. The Lopers could have got a break there. They lead by 2 midway through half number 2 on News Channel Nebraska.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
UNK 8-8 in conference play, 7th in the MIAA standings. 10 teams make it to the postseason tournament. Lopers haven't been in several years. They're hoping they get the chance to do it, and a win here would almost guarantee that. Folks, our broadcast is brought to you in part by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Taylor goes to the hoop out of the timeout. Gets blocked, but maintains possession with 5 on the shot clock.
Yeah, ball did not hit the rim. Although somebody hit the rim here. I mean, that technically could have been a goaltend.
Tough shot for Taylor. Gilbert gets the offensive board. Slings it back out to Hill to start up the new possession. Hepburn thought he had Taylor in the corner, but Taylor is going back door. Harrell returns for Nebraska Kearney.
Felt like a missed opportunity the way Kendrick Gilbert was able to battle for that offensive rebound.
Five team fouls on Missouri Southern, 3 on UNK. 2 timeouts left for the Lions, 3 for the Lopers. Here's Macinas against Gilbert. Tough shot, doesn't matter. Dude's just a good scorer.
No, fantastic job from Missouri Southern. Finding the one-on-one matchup, playing with a lot of space there, allowing Macinas that one-on-one opportunity, as you mentioned.
And he has 16 to lead his team. Back to a zone for the Lions. Thompson gives off to Taylor, who distributes to Hill. Squares up the 3. It's off the mark, and Harrell grabs the rebound. Back to Hill as the shot clock expires.
Hill saying, I caught some rim there on that first shot attempt. I don't know if he's going to win that argument.
I'm not sure he did.
Don't know if he's going to win that argument.
So UNK comes up empty on back-to-back possessions. They'll need a stop to avoid seeing the lead change back over to Missouri Southern. And Hill gets that stop via the steal. Slows things up. Thompson fires the 3, and his first of the ball game, right on the money from the left wing.
Thompson's been looking for that shot all game long. Such a tough shot to defend there coming out of that steal.
Leading scorer in Omaha West Side storied history. And now he gets the rebound after a late contest on the shot by Jaden Taylor. Here's Alan Taylor, shot fake, 3-ball, way long. Not sure he ever really got squared up for it.
Did have a heat check type of a feel to it.
And the bump called against Hill.
Atwater, Hill continue to battle.
That is the 4th foul on Jabriant Hill. Big whistle there. Stay tuned to the post game. If the Lopers get the win, we really look forward to talking to a player of the game. Your player of the game brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center and by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Buick in Aurora. Step back and a travel for Lawrence.
Hey, if Roe Buick's good enough for a member of the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
Awesome to see some local talent on some of those local commercials. Baylor Shireman of the Boston Celtics.
And love the parallels between his career and Tom Kropp, longtime UNK coach, both from Aurora. Last player drafted who was from the state of Nebraska before Baylor Shireman. That wasn't from Omaha or Lincoln.
Yeah.
Was Tom Kropp.
There's something in the water there in Aurora. I don't know.
They always have good athletes. That's not lost on Marty Levinson, I'm sure. Here's Kendrick Gilbert, and here's the slam. Defense to offense for UNK.
Goes back up by 5, ignites the home crowd.
Nobody accounts for the shooter, but Atwater couldn't hit. Here's Gilbert again, flinging it back to Taylor. Taylor attacks and draws the foul. UNK pushing the ball with tempo right now.
And it just feels like the Lopers have the advantage when they do push that tempo. They put the Lions of Missouri Southern on their heels and are able to get into this attack mode.
Here's a look at the foul.
I think Gilbert's shaking up a little bit. He's kind of limping out there after that.
It's the 4th foul called on Jaden Taylor of Missouri Southern. So he takes a seat. Taylor with 8 points today.
So both Taylor and Jabriant Hill for UNK, they're going to be here in a couple of minutes checking back into the game.
Thompson going to work on Macinas. Macinas falls down, and the ball hangs on the rim and dips in for the home team.
Used every inch of the iron on that one.
Hepburn on Atwater like glue. Now Macinas trying to go against Harrell, and he draws the foul. Just the 5th team foul on UNK, so still one more to give after this before the one-on-one.
Yeah, Martin Macinas, M squared, was able to get that quick step, get into the lane. And that's been a theme all game long for Missouri Southern. Once they get into the middle of the lane, they make things happen.
Three-pointer up, nearly fell. Moore secures the rebound and gets out of trouble for Nebraska Kearney.
Boy, that wasn't an easy rebound for the Mullen, Nebraska native either.
And here he sneaks open for a moment, puts it on the deck, gets the defender in the air. Harrell, the putback.
We'll call out an assist there, right, from Moore to Harrell.
I think that's a comfort. If you have Harrell down low, you can pull the trigger because the odds that he's getting the putback are relatively high.
Yeah, just get something up on the rim.
Good looking stroke, Tyreek Brooks. A needed basket for the Lions. And Marty Levinson is out at midcourt, right in Clayton Moore's grill, saying, "That was your man, go over the screen."
You got to get out, you got to defend.
And a timeout by Moso. It's a 6-point game. Lopers in front, thanks in part to some fireworks from Kendrick Gilbert. UNK basketball leading by 6. Just had a 9-point cushion, their biggest of the game, before that 3 by the Lions. Inside it goes to Harrell. He finds Taylor for 3, and it's off of the heel. Decent possession, though, for the Lopers.
Really was. That defense completely collapsed in on Harrell.
Macinas gets by Moore. Not sure where his pass was going. It was last touch, though, by Nebraska Kearney.
Oh, head coach Marty Levinson can't believe it.
Yeah, I think cleared out there by Harrell. 19 on the shot clock for the Lions. And Taylor intercepts it. Throws it behind Hepburn. And they'll slow it down into the half court.
That's okay. That's okay. You're up 6 here. 5 minutes left to go. Take care of the ball. Every possession matters.
Around the screen, Taylor gets to the lane. Finds Harrell. Puts it up a little quick. And draws the foul, though, against Tyrone Wright. And for Wright, that's his 4th foul.
And everybody's saying, how can you lose sight of the big man? He gets loose behind the defense. Does Taylor Harrell.
A media timeout here at Buckle Court, the Health and Sports Center at UNK. Fun game between the Lopers and the Lions.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
When you're looking for reliability, innovation, and performance, look no further than Woodhouse Ford. From the powerful F-150 to the versatile Escape and the spacious Expedition, Ford offers a lineup designed to meet your needs and exceed your expectations. Take advantage of exciting offers going on now. Browse our inventory online or in store at one of our 3 convenient locations in Blair, Omaha, and Plattsmouth.
A hand-picked team by Marty Levinson, new Nebraska Kearney coach. Had to rebuild the roster almost entirely. Clayton Moore redshirted last year. He's the only returner who's playing this season. Everybody else brought in by Levinson, who had a big task in front of him.
Yes.
To build an entire roster and coaching staff. And he did that, and talking to him throughout the season and yesterday, and you just tell the love he has for this group that chose to be with him to lay the foundation for what he wants his program to be at UNK, and he is eternally grateful to them. And because of the love he shows to them, he can coach them hard.
Right.
We've seen that a couple times today where he's in his players' grill,
Yeah.
but because he's built up that relationship with them.
You're exactly right. And you can't just bring in, nothing but local talent. I mean, you got talent from Las Vegas, from Texas, St. Louis, Missouri, Gilbert from St. Louis, Missouri. So it's been a nationwide rebuild.
Hepburn, the deflection. Thompson might have got a piece of that. And Taylor escapes with it.
There we go.
But there's Bellevue West, there's Omaha West Side, and Mullen on the court right now for UNK, being coached by a Grand Island native. Backdoor, Taylor, beautiful shot fake, but he missed the lay-in.
He can't believe it, and neither can I.
Might be his easiest shot of the day.
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, Macinas, nobody guards him, leads to an easy kick out, and the three's nothing but net. So disaster for UNK. That's a 5-point swing.
Yeah, Brooks left wide open. Defensive breakdown after the offensive breakdown. Boy, that was a nice feed from Harrell, too.
Hepburn all the way to the rack. Split the top of the zone, and the sea parted.
You cannot sleep on the quickness of Trey Hepburn.
Not known for his scoring, but that time, if you give it to him, he'll take it. Air ball on the three. Wright tries to save it. And I still think Coach Levinson saying, go over the screen there. We're telling you go over. They went under, led to the shot, but way off the mark for Missouri Southern.
Well, and the Lions have been shooting the three-point shot at a high percentage today, so of course they're going to be looking for that shot down the stretch here.
Ball gets inbounded to Gilbert back in the game. Hepburn to Gilbert, and Kendrick Gilbert, the reverse layup, no. Thompson, the rebound, and on the floor, a foul. That is the 8th team foul on Missouri Southern, so a 1-and-1 for Thompson with his team up 7.
And that's the correct call. That was a pretty good hack here early on. Nice job by Thompson following the play. But okay, here we go. Bryant Hill's checked back into the game, so now you have Hill and Hepburn in the backcourt. This is when the Lopers are at their strongest. These are the two guards they want out there.
And Thompson hits the front end of that 1-and-1.
Hill obviously with those 4 fouls.
Can't hit the second. Taylor and Wright each with 4 fouls for Missouri Southern. So foul trouble certainly a theme. Quick trigger 3-ball there, rattles out, and the loose ball winds up with the Lions. Good shot fake. Now Lawrence launches again, back rim, and a foul. That might be on Messinas.
Hill's on the floor. Oh, and he's hurt. He shook up a little bit.
Might be continuing his acting job. And joining the group with 4 fouls, Martin Messinas. Oh, no doubt a shove. Excellent camera shot by our crew there. And because of that foul, a 1-and-1 opportunity for Bryant Hill. Hill with 13 points tonight, 5 of 6 at the line. And hits the first.
Yeah, not only good job by our camera crew catching that action, but also the officials, not just following the shot or the ball, but actually keeping their eyes down on the court where it's supposed to be.
And Hill makes them both.
Boy, and this 10-point lead with just over 3 minutes to go, feels like the Lopers are in a really good spot here.
Largest lead of the game for UNK. First time in double figures. Went for the steal there, and wide open shooter. It's a miss from Lawrence. Brooks has the putback. And 2 critical points for the Lions, who cannot afford any empty possessions here.
Really was. Brooks ripping down his 5th rebound, offensive board, and the putback.
And Jaden Taylor just fouled out. And he fouled out about 85 feet from the basket. So his night is finished. 8 points, 3 of 8 shooting, a couple of steals. And now it's a double bonus situation. So Hepburn, who is 0 for 2 at the line, will look to add to the 8-point lead. Can't get the roll there either. Again, it was 5 of 10 on the season entering today. In and out. Atwater to set up the offense. Finds Brooks, who's really caught fire here this half. Good switch. Now Messinas trying to exploit it against the smaller Hepburn, and Hepburn called for the foul. That's just the 6th team foul on UNK, though.
Yeah.
So not free throws.
And you saw a couple reversal of the basketball there, and the Lopers continue to go underneath that screen at the top of the key. That allows some room for a 3-point shot.
Hepburn stays in the game with 4 fouls. Messinas was looking for the dump pass back. Didn't get it. Now he goes one-on-one on Harrell and draws the foul. And now Taylor Harrell has 4 fouls.
Yeah. He was just crowding Messinas there. Just never gave him any space. And
timeout taken by UNK. Both sides trying to navigate some foul trouble with 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining on the Currency scoreboard.
This broadcast is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Marty Levinson, the new coach for the Lopers, knows something about winning in blue and gold. He was a guard for one of the best teams in Loper history, the 2002-2003 squad that went 30-3, won the RMAC regular season title, and reached the Elite Eight of the Division II National Tournament. Trying to get his team above 500 in league play in his first season. That would happen. They'd be 9-8 if they can close out a victory here.
Yeah, and quite the rebuild. You know, you can't undersell it because they only had 5 wins this season to go, only 5 wins this season prior to that.
They've used a nice run here late in this game. Before those free throws, it was a 26-15 run over 11 minutes of game action. So making up a point a minute to build an 8-point cushion. Just gave up a couple of free throws there, and interesting to see if this is Missouri Southern's strategy.
Right.
Was that a foul that was called from the sideline there, or were they just too aggressive in the backcourt? They put Hill at the line. Now, if you're putting Hepburn, that's one thing. He's 0 for 4. Hill is not. And he makes the first.
And it did feel more of like an aggressive foul, but you're exactly right. It conserves clock, and you got to trust your bigs to, secure a rebound if there is a miss.
And Hill gets them both. He's now 9 for 10 on the day. Macinas one-on-one on Harrell, finds a little bit of room, flips it up, missed it, and last touched by the Lions. Good job by Harrell, playing with 4 fouls to defend the top scorer for the Lions.
And now we're going to have a little offense-defense substitution here for head coach Marty Levison.
And let me tell you, Harrell was fired up there heading to the bench. Thompson comes in for him. Hepburn dumps the pass down to Gilbert. And a foul. Stick around after the game for your top plays. Those will be brought to you by Currency. And I think that is being called now from the bench. Hearing Coach Sam McMahon, he wants his team to be in foul mode right now with 2 minutes to go.
And that's a couple times here in the second half where Kendrick Gilbert could have forced the issue, could have tried to get to the rack or pull the trigger, but no, he backs it out, understanding the situation, the time, the clock, and their lead.
And Gilbert hits both free throws.
This has really been a back-and-forth game pretty much all throughout, but when it mattered most, UNK was able to get some separation here down the stretch, up 10 with under 2 minutes to go.
16 points now for Kendrick Gilbert.
Oh, Atwater.
That's a tough bank shot there. Isaiah Atwater, the freshman. And not fouling this time. The Lions will play out this possession, trailing by 8. And Alan Taylor wants the basketball in his hands.
What a fantastic game Taylor's had.
22 points. Finds Hepburn. Nice shot fake. Gets to the rack and gets the lay-in to go.
Oh,
and
there
Hepburn with the steal. Puts it up and in. Trey Hepburn, 4 points in 4 seconds.
Put a little exclamation point on this UNK run.
Oh, there's a crowd silencer from Jamari Lawrence. But the Lopers still in control, up 9 with 53 seconds to go. Trey Hepburn had 2 points today, but had a massive impact on this game.
Yes.
Credited now with 3 steals, but the deflection count has to be off the charts.
Well, and just getting guys off their spots, what would be a take or a layup opportunity, he shuts that down.
Lopers tonight have done their job at the line. How about this from Hepburn? And then right into the arms of Macinas. He takes it away and finishes. Hill, the rare miss. 10 of 12. Macinas, the extra pass to Atwater. And Atwater's feeling it.
Yeah.
7-point game. Lopers still need to finish strong.
Now, Missouri Southern, they are more than capable to knock down a three-point shot, work the ball around. That's why Marty Levinson, he doesn't feel good over there, head coach of UNK, still up out of his seat, barking in orders.
You know, this Loper team, we've talked about those close defeats early in the season. I was talking with him and saying, was that a confidence thing? Did they feel a lot more confident now? I said, it really wasn't confident. They believed in themselves and each other the entire season. It was more of an intuition thing. They weren't used to playing with each other, weren't used to playing for me at this level.
Yeah.
And now we know where each other's going to be. We have more intuition, and that's led to a lot of strong offense here late in this season. You're seeing it today, 87 points, but look at their recent games. 93 on Thursday. Before that, 87 against Emporia State, 79 against Newman, and 98 against Northeastern State before that.
Yeah, and you call it intuition. Another way you could put it is chemistry. Building some chemistry and rapport with one another. And yeah, these guys have been around each other before, but they've never played on this level or together, for quite some time. So you're starting to see it now, though, with Gilbert, Hill, Hepburn, we mentioned him, the big fella, Taylor Harrell having an impact.
Jabriant Hill whistled for his 5th foul. So his night is done, but what a good night it was for Hill. 18 points, 10 of 12 at the line. And he did all that without making a 3. 0 for 5 from distance, but still had a huge effect, including 4 assists and 4 steals. Timeout, Lopers. Final 33 seconds on the other side.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
It's a 9-point lead for the Lopers, trying to inbound, and it's quickly slapped down by Ty Jackson. Looking to close out a victory here at home against Missouri Southern. For the Lopers, it would be their 4th win in their last 5 games. Heave in towards Taylor, playing wide receiver, slips out of bounds.
Well, Taylor's still down. There he goes, getting helped up.
They did a good job at least touching the ball, because if nobody touched that, it would have been an inbound play underneath the Missouri Southern basket.
That's a good point.
Here's Atwater around the screen. Hepburn again. He is everywhere on defense. Try to dribble in the same zip code as Trey Hepburn. I dare you.
And had he been able to clear that, it would have been a 3-on-1 on the other side. Brooks does get the foul, and that sends Hepburn back to the line.
Here is redemption time for Trey Hepburn at the line. This is the one part of the game that's lacked for him today. You can say it with a smile if you're a Loper fan, up 9. But he's now 0 for 5 at the stripe. There he hits. The Lopers trailed 53-50 with 13 minutes left. What a finish. Team that was struggling to find its rhythm early in the game on offense is now near 90 points with 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, we mentioned a couple of minutes ago when you had UNK go for back-to-back three-point shots, attempts, and makes. Mm-hmm. That heats up the offense in a hurry.
That's 38 points in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how you close out a game, and a highly competitive one at that. UNK gets the victory at home, 88-78 over Missouri Southern to improve to 11-14 on the season and 9-8 in conference. Stay with us in the postgame. We'll talk to the winning coach, Marty Levinson, and our player of the game. That's coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good To Go convenience store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good To Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good To Go post-game snacks.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good To Go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale Hyundai, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop into Dinsdale Hyundai today.
Oh, what a fun game this was and a fun afternoon of basketball. Let's run through how it went down on the men's side. Ahead of our interviews with the Loper coaching staff and our player of the game. Final score is 88-78. Let's run through how we got there. Top plays today. Those are brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com today. UNK winners of 3 of their last 4, 10-14 on the season, but 8-8 in conference play under first-year head coach Marty Levinson. Their opponent, Missouri Southern, 11-14, 6-10 in the conference, expecting a competitive game. That's exactly what we got. We also got some displays of athleticism. Getting up for that jam, Ty Jackson of the Lions. But Alan Taylor, he found his stroke from distance early, kept it going throughout the game. The 6'3" junior out of the state of Arkansas. In transition, we mentioned they could get up, the Lions. Jaden Taylor rising for a right-handed flush. Lopers down 2, late first quarter, or rather first half, and Jabriant Hill gets in front of the defense, finds a beautiful pass from Chase Thompson, and gets the 2. Now it's Kendrick Gilbert getting to the rack, and he flips it in plus the foul. One of the best games of the season for the junior forward out of St. Louis. At halftime, a 1-point lead for Missouri Southern. How about the athleticism from the 280-pound center, kicking that basketball back out to Kendrick Gilbert, who knocks down the three. What a strong play by Taylor Harrell inside. Now it's Missouri Southern finding themselves down 5. They don't want it to remain that way. Filling it up from distance, Jamari Lawrence hit 2 threes in the second half. Chase Thompson, though, the response. The Omaha West Side product knocks it down from the left wing to separate the Lopers, who were tied at 60. But defense proved to be a separating factor. The Lopers get the steal, and they get the jam. Kendrick Gilbert doing the honors. The Lopers finished the game with 12 steals. But this Lions team just wouldn't go away. A crowd silencer from Tyreek Brooks. He led the Lions with 23 points. Trey Hepburn, though, finished this one super strong. He was able to get that right up to the rack and then gets the steal and the putback. Hepburn finished with 7 points, and he was leading the defensive charge. Well, they don't want to be done. Missouri Southern and Isaiah Atwater keep hitting threes, but eventually it's the Lopers able to dribble it out for a 10-point victory. Coming back, they were down with 13 minutes to go, able to rally strong and get the win. They've won 4 out of 5, are 9-8 in conference play with just 2 games left in the regular season. What a job by the Lopers getting this victory at home. Also, what a job in general on the season, coming off a 5-win year. We'll take a break. When we return, interviews with the winning coach and player of the game.
When your plumbing needs attention, trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Welcome back to Kearney, Nebraska, where the Lopers pull off the 10-point victory, defend home court. Joined now by player of the game, Alan Taylor, 24 points. You also went 6 for 6 from the free throw line. You needed those down the stretch. What are you seeing out there today that led to this victory?
First, give all glory to God. I feel like that we paid more attention towards the things that we lost again. So the game before this game.
All right, well, folks, not able to get the interview for you, but happy we're able to get the broadcast for you today, and it was a fun one, women's and men's. Thanks so much to everybody who made it possible, including our host here at the University of Nebraska-Kearney. On behalf of Andy Klassen, I'm Michael Shively. Thanks to our crew led by Danny Alvarado. Thanks to you for watching. So long from Kearney. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.